Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, K Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Spy Family. We're now on to episode 5 of season 2, or episode 30, which is called Plan to Cross the Border. So that sounds pretty dangerous, probably something that Lloyd's going to be working on, or possibly even Yor, because we found out at the end of the last episode that she's being dispatched on another mission. And I mentioned in the last episode that this is the second time in 4 episodes that she was sent on a mission. The first one being in episode 1, which resulted in a little pop to the keister. But yeah, it's interesting that they're getting more into Yor working actively. Like, I think she still was in season 1, but we really didn't see her go out on missions much. But seeing her now being dispatched again is very interesting. And I have to think that it's possibly because this whole situation between the East and the West seems to be escalating and getting a little bit hotter with every passing day. So I'm thinking that Yor is going to start getting pulled away for work more often. And obviously that's going to create some interesting situations in the Forger household, because Lloyd kind of doesn't really suspect anything of Yor at the moment because he has no reason to. But if she starts having to work a lot more, it's probably going to be a lot harder for her to start hiding that she's up to something. But Lloyd is also a lot busier as well. So we'll have to see what goes down with that. And yeah, how Anya is going to deal with all that, because she's still on her school mission. But as we saw last episode with the exams, she's still struggling a bit. And we're finding out that the classes are going to be split. Apparently, they're eventually the next semester, kids that are doing a lot better academically are going to be put in one class, whereas kids that aren't doing as well will be put into another class, which means that Anya will be out of the sphere of Damien, who is her target in school, and also Becky, who is her best friend. So yeah, things are starting to roll along. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm ready to get into this episode. So let's do that. But just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of reactions here on this channel. And if you'd like to support me and support my goal of hitting 20K in the new year, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, you can please show it some love by giving it a thumbs up and leaving some comments below. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right about now. Have you? With your eyes closed? Oh, beautiful. The garden. Sir, we need a little oil of Olay under here. I'm trying to take in the texture of this hair. Is this character supposed to be Afro-centered? Oh. Interesting. Escort mission. That's different. So it is yours. She's going over the border, which that could be bad for Lloyd. Very bad for Lloyd if someone sees her and knows who she is. But we'll have to see. Wow. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Oh, she gets the choice to accept? Oh, really? All these allusions to gardening and beauty. It's very interesting when you juxtapose it with the fact that this is an assassin's organization. Don't get shot in the... Oh, dear. Hide. Never mind. It's gonna be all of us. Yeah. Sure about that? You still act like a kid. Oh, really? You think so, don't you? It's cute. I feel like the only person who could probably take Lloyd out is her. Not just because she would have the element of surprise, but... Little brothers always need their big sisters and vice versa. Oh, not you rethinking your whole life course, madam. The only thing is I wondered with her is, like, what else could she do? Like, it looks like her whole life has been centered around this job. Not that I'm saying she should continue to take lives, but this is kind of her thing. Oh, yeah? Oh, really? Okay. Thanks for the tip, bro. You're about to get dumped. Pipsqueak. Take the ticket, Anya. Suck it up, Buttercup. See, now if you'd been a nice man, she probably would have let y'all have it. Yes, she did. As he should be. Next time. Actually, she's going to end up having to bring Anya, but I'm not against it because Anya's actually going to turn out to be a really helpful asset. She's going to be so psyched to go now. Exactly. No, Lloyd, you going would actually be the issue. It's more about Anya. Anya will be helpful because her mind reading helped them out a lot in episode 1. So I can see it being pretty helpful here. She'll be able to hear those assassins before Yor will see them. I need my job to tell me to execute a vacation. What's going on? I have a feeling you're not going to be able to leave as easily as you'd like, Yor. That whole idea of him saying, do you accept the mission, I think is just a false sense of control over her own life. I think that if she tries to leave, it'll be the last thing she ever does. Wow, this is the hell of a send-off. Need to be going on some Japanese cruises soon. The fading excitement. You don't get the presidential suite, sweetie. This was a free cruise. Exactly. At least you're not paying for it. She's got a wig on. With a horrible wig on. That's the point. Oh, you don't know. Exactly. And besides, Yor makes up for about 10 or 15 bodyguards. Yeah, she's very strong despite her look. Yeah, always better to triple check. Yeah, maybe don't do that. I mean, it's true. You live by the sword, as they say. It's probably picking up on how sad you are. Kids are very in tune with that kind of stuff. Don't leave her alone. That is kind of your job. Let the woman have some air. As long as you didn't want to go alone. That's what I was more scared of. There's also other people I gotta look out for. It's not just you, ma'am. Oh, poor Yor. Really, sir? He doesn't know how to have fun. It's literally not in his DNA. But again, it's probably going to help that he's so astute. Sort of. But maybe that's how it started out. I think we all know it's a little more than that now. You got some wigs in there? Maybe a pair of glasses with a mustache? Oh, Lloyd could recognize her anywhere. But yeah. I really wish I could do boats. The girl gets seasick, so the idea is wonderful, but the body says nah. Aw, don't say it out loud though. Oh no. Oh, Yor. I mean, how could she have known? She wanted to get out of that room so bad. Well, at least Yor's not alone. Wow, they bugged the whole place. That makes sense. That was on her though. I mean, but in fairness, this really is not Yor's expertise, right? She's never had to necessarily be the person to deal with stealth, right? Like, she's always been someone who just goes in, gets the job done, and leaves. So, poor Yor. This is the kind of assignment that would definitely have been better suited to Lloyd. Lloyd is used to being able to maintain a cover, being hyper vigilant about not letting any slip ups happen as far as using names or, real information slipping through. But, you're, from the sounds of things, she's never done a protection mission before. Like I said, she goes in, she does what she needs to do, and she gets out. And so I can't even blame her on this one. How could she have possibly known that they would bug the entire ship? And clearly, if they knew, my guess is that whoever's looking for her must have figured out that she was going to try to leave the country at some point, and they probably just looked at every possible way she could leave, which is either by land or by air. Land, air, or by sea, right? But yeah, this is a very interesting episode. Like, I really like that we kind of stayed with this whole story the entire time. This interesting mission that has them all on the same ship at the same time. Of course, Anya didn't know anything about this when she went for the cruise raffle. Love that she used her abilities to stop the clear cheating that was going to happen by the employee. But anyway, it turns out that winning, her deciding to take matters into her own hands to win that raffle, got the whole family on the ship. And this is not going to be a bad thing. As I said, as much as Anya was kind of bringing up some valid points with the devil and angel on her shoulders, her being there, I think, is going to be a benefit more than anything else, because we know that Anya, thanks to her ability, will be able to hear plans before they happen. She'll be able to hear if someone's coming, things that Yor simply wouldn't be able to do until things were literally an immediate issue right in front of her. And with Lloyd being there, as I said before, Lloyd's got more experience on how to handle situations like this than Yor does. And so that, and the fact that he's also an excellent fighter, will be very helpful. But as we saw, Yor's bigger issue is she's very scared of what will happen if Lloyd sees her ability to fight. But I think it's so funny that they just keep omitting the fact that Lloyd saw her rock people in, like, their first date. She was rocking criminals like it was nothing, right? She's right. Not to mention too the episode where they went to the theme park with Anya, and she had a couple drinks and then almost took Lloyd out. Like, Lloyd knows that she is capable as a fighter. Now, again, that he may not know why she'd fight for this woman, but I feel like Yor could definitely give some selective truths, like basically say, oh, well, I met this woman, she's a VIP. She's a mom like I am, and I just saw she was in danger, so I helped. You know what I mean? Like, she could cover it up. I don't know how well, because we see that lying is not exactly Yor's strong point. She's better just clear avoidance. But anyway, the point being, the whole family being on the ship is going to be a benefit, because while we know Yor is very capable, I think this is going to be a situation she's going to need help, because if whoever this is went through the trouble of bugging the entire cruise ship, which, if you've ever been on a cruise ship or near one, you know those things are massive. That's a lot of area to cover. They're serious. And I doubt that they just sent that one guy. I'm pretty sure they've got a number of agents on the boat just in case. And this could get messy. So she's going to need backup. I don't think that the people that are with her, I'm assuming there's other people from the garden there, but having Lloyd will not be a bad thing, I guess, is my point. But I really like the storytelling they did here as well with the mafia wife. I mean, I know she's very much kind of a side character here, but her talking about how this life has cost her everything, and how, it's now all she wants is just an ability to live a quiet, safe life with her son. It's just kind of an interesting take, because both Lloyd and Yor are kind of in a similar situation. Like, maybe they're not part of the mafia per se, but both of them are part of organizations that are not easy for them to leave, if they're even able to leave at all. And both of them live double lives that have a very dangerous side effect if they come out, right? Like, the ripple effect is more than just them potentially losing their lives. In this case, now there's Anya that could also be affected. So it's just the illusions that this woman said towards, like, like in the beginning, it was all fun and games, but now, seeing these very dire consequences of this life, and now that I have something that I care about, or someone that I care about so much, it's not so cool anymore. The thrill is gone, very, very gone. And now I just want to get out. And so we saw that Yor was contemplating, the entire episode, she was contemplating if she wants to continue being the Thorn Princess, because these missions, they're not getting any less dangerous. And when she didn't have to worry, like she did it, like she said before, when she was raising Yuri, it was a job that she needed to have to continue to make sure that there was food on the table. But Yuri's grown now. He has his own job. He takes care of himself. Anya, she has her dad. Her dad makes enough money for them to live off of, Point being, she doesn't have to continue doing this for financial reasons anymore anyways. And so now she's thinking about whether or not this is the best job for her to stay in because of the level of danger that it entails. And it's a very valid thing to consider. And I think it's not just a matter of the collateral damage. I think that we saw Yor also battling with the idea that she actually is developing a very real attachment to this family. But we've seen this for a few episodes now, but we know it, right? As an audience, we know that it's already too late. Like, she's still, her heart and her head are fighting with each other because her heart is already there. She loves Anya. There's no doubt about that. She already considers Anya to be her child. And as far as Lloyd's concerned, well, those are developing, but she cares a lot about him too. So yeah, very interesting episode from her perspective. It's good to get more insight into Yor and, again, her side of things as far as her work, because we really have not seen a lot of that in the first season. It was very much focused on Lloyd. So I'm liking that we're getting more about her. I have a feeling though, like I said, that leaving the organization is not going to be something she can do as easily as she might have thought. As I said last episode, the plot is thickening, and I'm really enjoying how they're adding the layers slowly to all these characters, and how the fact that they're all entangled with each other is going to cause like a bigger plot to unfold, which is really fun to watch. But yeah, this was a really good episode, guys. Like, it was actually a little bit on the deeper side of things, even though it was still very entertaining and very cute at moments and touching. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please leave some comments below as well as a like on this video, and we will see you in the next one.